Hi, I'm Jesse. We'll show you these videos my approach on organizing live events. If you are new to event organizing or been doing this even longer than me, jump on board. I'm sure we get new insights for organizing better events in the future. How many of you know what this is? Of course you do. It's a legendary Rubik's Cube. Just 6 sides and 9 pieces of each. Only to be rotated so that each side equals one color, like the white here. But how many of you have solved this? If you do this randomly, good luck, because there is more than 41 quintillion different ways to rotate this cube. But if done logically, it gets a bit easier. You know, the world record for solving this is less than 4 seconds. However, solving the magic cube is a series of logical moves, even if you don't want to race against time. In that case, you proceed piece by piece. Start, let's say, with a white cross. Then you do the corner pieces, then arrange middle row. Then you go for the yellow cross on top and arrange red, orange, blue and green pieces in place one by one. And déjà vu. For me, it's like organizing any kind of event. Doesn't really matter if it's a conference, sports event or private party. In organizing any events, there are 6 areas you need to walk through, each of which requires several, but not too many pieces to snap into their place in your event gamebook. Saying that, solving any event production challenge is as easy as solving a legendary Rubik's Cube. Just copy the logic behind this. Let me explain how it goes. All live events taking place in a physical environment are in my mind alike. Events attract people together in the same place at the same time to get experiences, memories or knowledge. And in order to achieve that, someone needs to be an organizer, producer or whatever name of this role we want to use. It's up to his or her to decide the answers for the big questions of why, to whom, what, when, where, who and how. And to organize a successful event, we need to design and plan the event content appealing to our guests or customers. And to provide this content, we need a place that is set up properly. And in organizing any event, we also need a great number of products for different purposes in different parts of event production. And usually, events attract a large number of guests on site. This means that we also need our own people to do all kinds of tasks around the event. And often some tasks are too complicated or just unreasonable to care about our own stuff. And in those cases, there are professionals we can hire to do those tasks for us. And that's all. All tasks we need to do for our event is basically this. Areas we need to complete in our event production projects belong to one of these. Management leadership, customer experience, then space, staff or support services. Those are my white, yellow, orange, blue, green and red in my own event magic cube. To master these 6 areas, there are a bunch of projects or tasks to complete in each. As in Rubik's Cubes, I have identified these things to 9 most important projects or tasks per area. And that's all you need to solve any event production challenge you have. I may have a separate videos on each of these 6 areas, but I will go here quickly the content you shall master within of each of these 6 areas, like management and leadership, customer experience, space, staff and support service. But let's start with management and leadership. That's things we need for doing the right things right. And obviously, these projects or tasks are something you always start with your event project. And always start with the question why. Why are you organizing this event? So that's thinking of your legacy and vision from which you derive your strategy, business model and master planning to give the answers for the main questions. For running event projects effectively and efficient, you need good tools for leading, and managing your financials, administration, shareholders, and organization culture, to name the most important ones. And then, secondly, right to the most important area in organizing any event. That's customers and customer experience. In order for you to do great with your event business, your customers need to love your event. We know by ourselves that our time, money, and event attention can only be shared to a small fraction of events that think we are their potential visitors or customers. In the long run, only those succeed that are able to provide above average customer experience. Planning and providing customer experience includes solutions for questions like what kind of customer groups do we serve and with what priority. Then customer understanding, event journey maps, individual steps of the service path, customer needs, and the value created by the event. Understanding the resources required for customer encounters and basic plans for things that affect the customer experience. The centerpiece in my customer experience side is called story worth telling and selling. That's commercial activities like branding, sales, marketing, communications, which are for sure crucial for your success. However, I wanted to include those into customer experience thinking because in my mind these are always connected to your event content. Far too many organize these tasks or function as a separate organization within their event organization, which may cause that your live event and story you tell are totally different and you fail reaching your targets for return on experience or investments, or both. If the first two layers of Event Magic Cube were more of a why and what layers, the other four are mostly considered to be how layers. In the core of event organizing, that's the engine room of events. In practice, all you need for producing your event concept and event design is in these four layers. That's space, stuff, staff, and support services. And all projects and tools to keep these in order. Let's start with the space. That's operations you need to make your event venue fit the best for your concept, content, and customers. It's keeping in order your venue, or in bigger events, venues, areas within those venues, and eventually smaller spaces within those areas, like rooms, temporary constructions, etc. The fourth layer of my Event Magic Cube calls for stuff. There are a huge number of different machines, devices, accessories, and products you need to get things done. This I call stuff that needs to be available in right time, right place, and right way by right people. Managing stuff needs proper tools, for example, for storage, sourcing, logistics, delivery, and reusage of those products. Then stuff, from people to people. No event works without an event staff that is in most cases quite big. And normally from organizational point of view, an organization that's in place for a very short period of time. Which of course gives us some extra pressure to do things right from the beginning. Making most out of the potential and know-how of our staff needs different actions in recruiting, communicating, coaching, supplying, and rewarding. Managing staff is, in other words, taking care of your own people. Then the last layer of Event Magic Cube, that calls for support services. That's organizing, leading, and managing all those activities that your organization is not doing yourself, blending in nicely with the other pieces of the cube. And depending on the event, there are services to arrange like accreditation, transportation, accommodation, temporary construction, service and maintenance, security, first aid, technology, electricity, entertainment, audiovisual, waste management, IT networks, catering, transport, etc. The list goes on. In any event, there will be need for other professionals to help you. Freelancers, suppliers, service providers, entertainers. Even if they work by their own or for their companies, Everyone involved should play the event with similar game plan, including things like partner guidelines, implementation plans, or day-to-day operations related to the organization of pieces in this area. When we master all 6 areas of Event Magic Cube and take advantage of right tools to complete all projects or key tasks in each, we are able to lead and organize planning and production of any live event concept. Trust me, we can. What's your own game plan for thinking and doing events? Share your comments below, and if you got any good insights from here, would appreciate a like to boost these videos further on, because I believe we deserve better events. See you next time.